So today I thought I would show you all of my beauty empties. So makeup and nail polish and stuff like that I've used up. I haven't done one of these in like a year and I still insisted on saving everything. Well, a lot of stuff. I didn't save everything, but I have a lot of makeup to show you, so I figured I would separate it off from like skincare and hair care and stuff. So if you guys want to see my skincare and hair care empties, go ahead and give this video a like so I know to film that one as well. I figured I would kind of spread them out so it wasn't like, this is all my trash for half an hour, but I don't know, this might be kind of long anyways, but let's just jump right in because that's what we're going to do. So, I organized everything because I'm like a micromanaging, organizing person, but I figured I would start out with face stuff. So, let's start with foundations. The only two that I saved to show you were the L'Oreal True Match, and this one is in W2, and I know I've gone through more than one of these. This is my favorite foundation. I use it every day. I change the color depending on how tan I am with the seasons and stuff. And then I also went through a L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I think I actually went through 2 bottles of these, but I only saved one. And I like this one more for the winter when my skin is drier and can kind of handle like the luminizing effect, and it just kind of brings brightness back to my face. And I like that this one has a pump where the other one does not have a pump. And I think in other countries the regular L'Oreal True Match has a pump, so I'm kind of mad that ours doesn't, because I have to like pour it out and sometimes too much comes out, and you guys know that kind of struggle. I have one of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Erasers, and this one is just the brightener. I like to use this as kind of like a final step after my regular concealer just to brighten like this region. I have another one of these right now. I really like the color. It's pinky, but it's not like so pink that it looks weird in my opinion anyways. And then I have 2 of the MAC Pro Longwear concealers. These are my favorite concealers. It doesn't crease under my eyes and it doesn't get all cakey or anything. And I have super watery eyes, and it holds up even when my eyes are like watering really bad. So yeah, I have one in NC15 and one in NW15. I think I was kind of like messing with which tone I liked better. But yeah, I have another one of these now, and I've hooked a couple of my friends on these because it is kind of expensive. It's like $20, but it lasts a long time. You don't need very much of it, and it does have a pump, so that is nice. Moving on to powders, I have 3 of the L'Oreal True Match powders. I'm sure I went through more of them, but I only threw 3 in the bag. These are my favorite powders. I really like L'Oreal makeup for especially like face makeup, but I use these most of the time, and I just like them because they have a little bit of coverage, but they're not like super heavy, and they hold up with like being oily and stuff like that. So I have 2 in W3 and 1 in W1. Then I have 2 of the Rimmel Stay Matte just pressed powders. I used to like these a lot before I started using the True Match powders, and I just don't like them because the packaging is like so flimsy. Like they come apart really easily, and they've made a mess before in my makeup bag. Then I have a L'Oreal True Match mineral powder, and I really liked the finish of this a little bit more than the like regular True Match, but the problem was if it got wet it would turn just like straight white. So like around my mouth would turn completely white, or like if I was kissing someone or something and like their lip like got a little bit on my skin, like it would just be white on their lips, and I was like, ugh. So I didn't repurchase this, even though I really liked how it looked on my skin, just because it would turn white and I would have white like all around my mouth from just like probably licking my lips like a gross person. Then I have a L'Oreal Translucide loose powder. I don't think they make this anymore. I'm pretty sure it was discontinued. But this used to be my favorite powder. It was just a loose powder, and I've went through several of these. If you guys have been watching me for a long time, you would know that. But this was my last like backup that I had purchased, and so I haven't been able to use it anymore, which is really sad because I loved this stuff. And then I have an e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, and I ended up taking off the sifter and just pouring it into the rest of that translucide loose powder. just because it gave like a really nice brightening effect on my face, and I didn't like it for under my eyes. I felt like it kind of made them look almost gray because it was so like purpley toned. I don't know. Then I went through 2 of the Real Techniques sponges. These are so gross. They're like not even squishy anymore. I wash my sponges every single time before I use them on my face, so the soap kind of, I think, breaks them down eventually. I use a really gentle cream cleanser like Cetaphil or whatever I have on hand, and that gets the makeup out really well and makes them clean. But eventually, like, it just kind of builds up in the sponges, I think, and they're just not very squishy anymore. Okay, moving on to mascara. I have literally a ton, so I'm going to try to go through them kind of quickly. This one is the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara and Waterproof, and I really liked this mascara. I'll have to repurchase it. I kind of forgot about it, but it's just got the butterfly wand, and it held a curl pretty well, so maybe I will pick this up next time, because this was probably one of my favorite mascaras that I've tried recently. Then I have a Maybelline The Colossal Volume in Waterproof Mascara, and this has been like my favorite mascara, or one of them, since probably high school. It just has a natural bristle brush, and I usually, like, this is my first coat of mascara. It just gets everything going. Yeah, I have a new one of these that I'm using right now. Then I have a CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume in Waterproof. I really like this mascara. Like, it's a good mascara. It's not clumpy or anything, but I feel like you have to build it up a lot to get it like really volumized. So it just takes a long time, and I don't know. I haven't bought a new one for a while, but it is like a good mascara, especially when you're starting out. It's just super easy to not make it look bad, I guess, and it's a good layering mascara as like a final step to make sure everything's like nice and separated. Then I have a Little Baby Benefit They're Real mascara, and I like getting these minis because I feel like they last a really long time, and I don't know, I really like this mascara. It's hard to get off though, but all my mascara is hard to get off because I wear like several coats because I have really short stumpy eyelashes. And yeah, I'm working on another mini of this right now. I think it came as like a free sample or something. Or maybe I got it in like an Ipsy bag. I feel like I got the one I'm using in an Ipsy bag. Then I have a L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. And I really like this because on one side the wand is like really thin. So you could really get into the base of them, and once this kind of started to dry, I used it pretty much exclusively on my bottom lashes because I could get really close without getting it all over my skin. But the wand is kind of flimsy, so I haven't repurchased it just because it's kind of hard to like really get into your lashes because it is like a little bit flimsier, but I did like this. Then I have the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Mascara, and I think I used this twice and threw it in my Empties bag because I hated it, and I didn't have the receipt to return it or anything. But this is just super flimsy. It's got one of those like jointed wands, and I don't know, like, I guess I didn't like the style. It was supposed to make them kind of like fluffy and clumpy, and I don't know. I just wasn't into it. I just didn't like it at all. I don't know. I didn't like it. I wasn't into it. Then I have a Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumized Mascara. It's just a really basic kind of thin wand, like natural bristle, but it's really black, and you can really get into your lashes with this. I always use this as I'm layering mascaras. It's just a really good mascara. I like it a lot. Then the last one I have is a Rimmel London Scandalized Waterproof Mascara. This one has a huge bristle brush. So, I don't know, since I have shorter eyelashes, sometimes this is hard to like really get in there, but it still is one of my favorite mascaras. It comes into my rotation all the time just because it does give a lot of volume. It can just be kind of hard to work with sometimes, so it kind of gets put on the back burner unless I'm like trying to spend time on my lashes. Then I have a few eyeshadows. I have 2 of the Brulee eyeshadows from Wet n Wild. These are just a really basic skin tone eyeshadow, and I always use this like right under my brow bone to kind of blend everything out if everything like got too high up. So I haven't repurchased one of these because I'm using a Stila palette that has basically the same color in it, but once that runs out, I will need to buy these. I think there's like 99 cents. And then I have a Stila eyeshadow in Kitten, which is just completely gone. So sad, but the same palette I was just talking about has Kitten in it, so I have Kitten again. I haven't hit pan on it yet, but probably once it's out I will repurchase another one of these singles because I really like using it just on like the very edge of my lid to kind of brighten things up. Then I have a Maybelline color tattoo. This one was in Barely Branded, and it's completely, well, okay, there's like a tiny bit in the edge, but it's completely gone. I usually go through one of these like once a year. I used to be super into using these color bases, but lately I just haven't been using a base at all, and I feel like it makes it so much easier to get a really nice blend on your eyeshadow. Like with these, once you put eyeshadow there, it kind of sticks, so it's hard to get it blended out nicely, but I still use it if I'm going to be wearing eyeshadow for a really long time because it doesn't crease or anything on me anyways. And finally, for nail stuff, I have a bottle of Beauty Secrets Pure Acetone from Sally's. I really like acetone because I don't like spending forever taking nail polish off. I know it's not as good for your nails and it really does dry out my cuticles, but I have no patience and I change my nail polish like once or twice a week, so I just like to get it off really quick. Then I have a Out the Door top coat. This is completely empty because I used another bottle like halfway and then I just poured what was left of this bottle into that bottle. So yeah, I completely use this up, and this is my favorite top coat. I've gone through like 3 bottles of this. It just dries really quick and it looks nice and shiny, and it usually doesn't get bubbly. Every once in a while it'll bubble if I put like, if it's, I don't know. It just, I think some nail polishes just don't work well. I don't know. But this is my favorite. You can get it at Sally's or even like I've seen it at Walgreens and stuff, but it's pretty inexpensive. Then I have a China Glaze nail polish. This is in a Flip Flop Fantasy, and it doesn't look empty, but it's just because it's been shaken around, and it's empty. It's like completely goop and gross. There's like nothing in here. I've tried thinning it out like 3 times and it's just done. I ended up getting a new one, but this is my favorite color to use on my toenails throughout the summer. Like for the past few summers I go between like white and this color and sometimes like a regular hot pink, but I really love this color and I like to use it on my fingernails too, even though it's a neon. Normally I only do neons like on my toes. Okay, well those are all of my beauty empties. Like I said, I can do skincare and hair care. If you want me to, just let me know. But if you guys are new here, please feel free to subscribe, and to all my old subscribers, hi, and thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will hopefully see you all in my next video. Bye. Beth wants to make cheesecake today. I don't know if that will fit in my macros. It should fit in my macros. We'll see. This part's so creepy when I come up to turn off the camera.